Write it down, write it down.
The camera says no. Come on. There we go. There we go. Ah. Hey, I can see the Yuki in the background. She's been a very troublesome kitty today, so we'll see. But hello, welcome on, welcome on. It's been quite a bit since I streamed. Sorry, a lot of life stuff, so. But real quick, Adam, thank you for the resub on Twitch. Yeah, appreciate it. Much love. And, no, Wizard, I didn't bully you. I just was calling you out. That's all. That's all. Yeah, so a lot of stuff's been happening with, just life. I had a birthday. I'm now 34, so yeah. Had a lot of people that used the birthday sale, so I'm glad I could help y'all on that. Family was in town for like a week and a half, which was a bit stressful. And then we have a new sponsor of X Tools. And that's it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a little overwhelming, not gonna lie. If you saw my Instagram story of the pile of boxes, that's all X Tool. I'm not gonna say what it is, but basically, I was told it was going to be a box for one machine, and I thought it was gonna be the size of a Cricut machine, just a little bigger, and they decided to give me every single attachment and add-on to it, and now it's a 4-foot machine. Not complaining, I'm very grateful, but I've been a bit overwhelmed, especially trying to get a 200-pound box into my house up like 3 stairs and all this stuff, and it's been a bit of, it's been a lot. So yeah, there's a whole pile of boxes, and I guess I'll start unboxing it over the weekend. So yeah, I hope I have room. I hope so. The plan is, so right now, like, I can't put it in the basement. There's no way I can pull it down the stairs, much less my basement door is smaller, so it won't even fit. Oh. And I keep getting private number calls. Woo! But, I do have my laser cutter, which is a Glowforge that I bought a few years ago, and it lives upstairs, just because I have to go back and forth with my computer all the time. So this machine, which is not a laser cutter, even though it's X Tool, I plan on it living next to it. So I have, like, right now, the litter boxes, it's like a box in the living room. The litter boxes are in a part here, the Glowforge is here, and then I have, like, a mirror in the corner, and then on the other side I have all of my huge studio lighting. So it's gonna go on either side of that, and I'm gonna have to just kind of move things around, and we never use the front door. It literally is, like, our front door is the back door, and so that's kind of, like, been a storage area for boxes, and I might have my lights live there, so we'll see! We'll see! But yeah, so that, I also redid 100% of all of my 3D printing areas. So I swapped my resin area and my plastic printer areas completely. I upgraded my tables because I just didn't have room for the printers. They've been in like 4 different rooms right now. And it's so much better because it's now organized. So yeah. But my cat looks like a... Oh, yeah. Her in the background. But it's been a lot, so yeah, but I'll continue talking more on things, but oh, so I'm still working on Sarah Kerrigan. I actually am doing my last print in the basement right now on the resin printer. I think I showed the second attempt for doing the shoes a few streams ago, and this is the third remake of the mold, so I'm testing that out. Basically I'm trying to figure out how I'm doing the mold correctly before I do the full thing. So yeah, that's still going. Absolute Wonder Woman, I am almost done with it, but with X Tools I'm doing a certain part of the costume with their tooling, so I'm kind of putting that on hold for like a week or two for me to figure that out. But I can show you a little bit of what I've been doing with it. So let's see if I move it this way. So we had, if you didn't see, 3D printed sword. It gets a little stiff here, but kind of cool. Kinda. I don't know. This is one of the sponsor stuff I did with FlashForge with their newest printer. I'll have a review video coming out soon for it, but I still won't use color filament for my projects. I'm still gonna do my basic one color. Like, I'll do different types of materials, but I'm still gonna do my one color, and then I'm gonna do where I clean up all of the stair-stepping and all of the lines. Like, I do not like the printer lines of where they're connected, but the whole point of this printer was to do it as color filament only. There was a lot of mean people in the comments when I did the sword. Like, yeah, I'm aware of the lines, but that was the whole point of the printer for that. So yeah, but that was a fun project. I still need to put the STL files on my website, so I'll try to remember doing that in a week. Yeah. What's the software I use for 3D modeling? I use Rhino 6, which I think they're on like Rhino 9 now. I just never have upgraded because it costs like $200 to upgrade. I do not recommend that program. It's one I learned on when I did jewelry designing. It's more of a jewelry CAD program. But then I do all my basic modeling, so like my blocking, and then for doing all of my blending and doing detail stuff, I go into No Man's Sculpt, which is, they have a free version, but it's a phone app. I think it's like, I want to say when I got it a few years ago, it was like $7, and then to get the full pro version was like maybe 50 at most. I don't know. I highly recommend that. It's really great. It's my favorite thing. So yeah. Being all the haters. Yeah. I kind of, Wizard was really helpful. If you're on, I really appreciate you helping when I had a lot of hate on that. I took a break a few days from social media and it really helped. So it was just a lot of people were like hating, and then a lot of unsolicited advice of like one day just I had 10 people on all different platforms just telling me back to back of like, you need to be doing this. You should do this instead. This, and it was just like, oh my gosh, guys, leave me alone. So yeah. Oh, and Caspian. I'm gonna call myself out. Thank you, Caspian, for the Christmas card that I received in December to my P.O. box. If that tells you how late I am to checking my P.O. box. Yeah, that's what I always say. If you send me something, send me a message, because I am really bad at checking that thing. I really only have it just because of business stuff, so yeah. But, so we did that. I'll show you some of the Wonder Woman stuff. So, Swordy Sword, I'm really happy with it. It's gonna have trouble showing, but details are great. And I added, without hitting my fan, some bloody blood at the bottom. My whole spray booth is again, it looks like somebody died in it. But I did go ahead and decide that I will not be transporting the sword to conventions if I wear this to conventions. props are just difficult to bring, and a lot of times they're not worth it. So I just made the decision that it's just gonna be for fun at home. So I didn't make it where it comes apart. It still would have been a hard cell to come apart. I would have had to like design it here, and that still would have been, I'd have to shrink the sword still, just the length of the blade because it's so long. So yeah. And then, let's see. Ah. And then I showed a little bit of the corset. I think I did a video of it. Oh, it wants to track my face. I love the corset. It's so comfy and nice. It's all leather. I also painted the inside too, so it's all sealed properly. Lace-up corset, just because I found that, especially because of the endometriosis, that the, Melly Man's here. Just because of my weight changing constantly with that, the corset lace-up makes it a lot easier, and I can control that instead of a zipper. But yeah, it's really nice. So, that, we've got... I just have them for bin shape. The leg armor pieces, which I need to do a video of. I just forgot about that. Comfortable in a corset. Yeah, corsets are actually supposed to be comfortable when you wear them. If they're not, then you're wearing it wrong and it's too tight. You saw a question asking why you did it in leather and we're painting it like foam. Is that just a material preference? Just a material preference. You can airbrush paint in any, like, it's not just meant for foam. You can paint on any material. I love painting on leather just because the color, because it's skin, it absorbs into the leather and it creates so much more depth. Also, in general, when it comes to breastplates that go down low, if it's foam and you bend it, like at the waist here, if you bend any part, you get a permanent crease. And even with a heat gun, you can do a temporary fix, but it's really just the surface. You're always going to have that crease there. So I just prefer for breastplates not to do foam, or I'll back it with something like Warbler. So yeah, but this is leg covering. And then I'll show you one more thing. So this is my fun little engineering problem. By the way, this is that red material. It's super, super sheeny. Shitty shiny. I do plan on weathering it. I just haven't yet. But it's a fun little thing. Yeah, leather is definitely a lot more forgiving for that part. Everything is Velcro. Yeah, it's one of those, I have leather throughout the build, so I like to do, I get very bored easily, so if I'm only working in one material, I get bored, so I like to mix it up. So yeah, this is not on properly, but there's a little, I know, it's spiky. Let's see. It's not properly on. But that part, kinda. And there's like a little Velcro piece there to hold underneath the corset. And then for the other part, I do plan on doing a tattoo sleeve, which we're gonna be doing with the X tool. So yeah, that part, it's coming later, but that's why it's on hold. So pretty happy with it. It's very comfy. So, and then all of this is, there's a Velcro here that attaches, and then there's 2 Velcro pieces on the back for this part, not that it needs it, so. Aw, thanks, Rev Knight. Yee. No, I don't plan on getting an actual tattoo. Yeah. But lots of other pieces. There is one other cosplay that I think only Wizard knows about, but I don't know if you remember, but I'm not going to announce it yet. All of the fabric is on its way. Is a lot of fabric. It was expensive fabric. So yeah, it's gonna be a big build. So that'll come soon. It's one that a lot of people have requested from this specific fandom. So yeah. But today I am, so if anybody saw my post today, the character, your brain is empty. All good, all good. So for those that didn't read the title of the stream, the guess for the character is Sally Whitemane from World of Warcraft. So that's the plan of sculpting that today. So I'll switch over. Boop-a-doop. Yee! Let's see. That good? Ish. I might have to change some of my screens. This one I have to do. Oh, here. No. That might help. Okay. Yee! So yeah, I talked about this for a little bit. The Sense to be a hero cosplay tier reader, I already wore it at a convention. I wore it at, what con did I just go to? Odafest in Canada. Yeah, so you can see those on my profile. And all the tutorials and patterns are out for it. But this one, I talked about it a while ago. So my plan is, I really enjoyed sculpting in monster clay for Sarah Kerrigan. And I wanted to be able to continue sculpting and doing the same process where I use the monster clay, I sculpt everything, and then I use my 3D scanner to scan it, and then 3D print everything. So I'm already doing tons of steppy. The material is really challenging to print with because I have it going through my Prusa XL, and basically you have to feed it directly straight into the head, the printer head, rather than through all the tubes and everything. It's a whole temperature thing. So I've been doing nothing but tests. I've got like 3 here, and then in the kitchen I've got like another 4 tests. There's one on the printer right now. So yeah, the whole goal though is to use that material going forward for certain things. So that's the plan with this. No, well, yes and no, honey bro. So, gosh, that would have been like 6 or more years ago that I made her hat. It was an absolute fail of a hat. Terrible, terrible. That thing got tossed. I never released the pattern. I hated it. So yeah, I don't have the hat, but I do plan, basically for every piece of armor, this isn't armor, most of the parts I want to 3D print. So I do plan on sculpting the hat, and printing it. That's the goal. Now, in my head, this is all things I want to do. It doesn't necessarily mean it will happen, but I'll have scans of everything. So yeah, we'll see. And the camera's gonna go nuts because I want Dr. Pepper. Cheers. Okay, I need to pull up a reference image real quick. We're doing the collar right now. Okay. Okay. There you go. Kinda. We'll see if I can use that or not. Actually, I'm just gonna put it there. That's better. There we go. Yeah, I look forward to the redo as well. But here's kinda what I've done so far. Move my camera around. So the collar part I still need to do, but you can see how shaky I am. these parts are pretty much done with the details already. I don't know how well you can see the textures. The texture will somewhat come through when I scan it, but not 100%. And then basically from the breast part up is done except for the collar, and then this bottom part is not done at all. It's just, I drew online, so I had I had it marked out so I knew kind of where parts would go. But I'm pretty happy with it. This is a day and a half of work. So I worked on this all day yesterday, on and off with printing things, and then the day before I basically just put clay on the form, so I had something to start molding. So yeah, but let me start getting stuff out. It is a bit toasty today, so we'll see. Stirring the pot. This is the monster clay we're using again. So yeah, how shaky I am. All right. So I'm gonna have to carve some of the collar out. Right now the collar, I have just the basic shape that I want, but it's very rounded and I want it to go the opposite way. So like kind of curve in. Cord's in the way. So I'm gonna kind of carve a little bit of it, and then after I get that, we'll go in and add the texture that I have in this. I want it to match, and then I'll start adding kind of the detail curvy part. So we'll see how far I get. It does take a little bit of time. There we go. Okay. But yeah, how has everybody been? I know Real had a birthday, but I don't think he's on. Don't remember what else. Anime Expo happened while I was gone. It's been fun seeing all of everybody's cosplays that they debuted at it. Cleaning up a room so you can start on your cosplay work. Nice! Yeah, that's always the challenge, is trying to have room for the next build. I try to do, so Monday is my cleaning day for the house, so I try to do every Monday a basic vacuum of the studio and kind of like mop or like wipe down areas just so there's not dust and stuff and foam in the air. But otherwise, after every time I finish a cosplay build, I do a deep clean of the studio. One day, I won't be in a bedroom with carpet, but because of renting, that's always the challenge. That is a low plane today. The whole house is shaking right now. You're working on the cat school armor from Witcher 3 for next weekend. Ooh, fun! You should put pictures in the Discord. The nice thing about doing this where it's on an actual scan of myself, I can make the collar the correct height. Collars are always a problem for me. I have a short neck, so most of the time when I make something that's like accurate to trying to make for a character, I always end up choking myself because the collar is too tall. Chain Smoker Cat can only recommend it as a... I've heard so much about that one. I keep getting tons of ads for it too. But I haven't watched it yet. I binge watched all of the Bookworm anime. And then I'm up to date with... because right now I'm watching it dubbed. So I'm up to date with that. I think there's only like 1 or 2 episodes left of the season. And then I finally watched Witch Hat Atelier. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Like, I'm glad I gave it a second chance. I watched a while back the first episode and I just probably wasn't in the mood and I was just like, it's okay. And then I sat down and I think I was working on the Wonder Woman sword. And I just had it in the background and oh, so good. Yeah. So, that one, I don't plan on a cosplay from it though. There's a lot out there. I love the Bookworm anime. Oh, I'll say it got better. The first season I was kind of like, whatever, but then after, especially when they changed, I guess whoever is doing the art, it changed from being, I guess, hand-drawn to digitalized, because it went from having 2 crooked eyeballs constantly to everything looked perfect. But it definitely got better. I do wish it is a little slow this season, though. But it's good. I recommend it. I'm definitely gonna have to retouch up some stuff on this though. Trying to get your Dragon Con lineup together because it's definitely approaching quickly. Isn't that in like... I want to say it's like less than a month for that one? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to dates at all. Too much clay everywhere. She's a happy girl over there. Hi, Exuberant Cosplay? Usually over Labor Day weekend. No idea when that is. I don't know when any holidays are anymore. So, like, in reality, this collar should be technically down to here, but she's got such a long torso-y area. September? Oh, okay. We still got a lot of time. By the way, I don't plan on this going to BlizzCon. So, just so y'all are aware. I have no idea if I'm gonna cosplay at BlizzCon. Or not yet. I have not decided. See in Japan the same weekend. Ah. this real quick. By the way, my texture has literally been just pieces of leather. So I have a bunch of leather from old projects that I've been using as the leather texture. And then for the fabric texture, I've been using a nylon strap that I've just been kind of putting it on, and then I just rub it in as much as possible. Yeah. Slowly getting it. Let's see if I can move this. Maybe there might show a little better. Nope. I don't plan to really ever do TwitchCon. I did it 1 year just because I did the TwitchCon cosplay contest, but no. I don't make cosplays specifically for conventions. I just make cosplays. And then if a convention happens to be near, then maybe I'll bring it. But because this is my full-time job, a lot of times I'm doing it either to learn techniques, or I'm doing it for patterns and things. And for this one, I'm really trying to learn to do the TPU stuff, because if that opens up, if I can figure that out, it's going to open up so much more just things I can do from making cosplays. Because I really, like, I can 3D model. I'm pretty good at it, but I don't enjoy it at all. I just don't have no fun in 3D modeling. I would rather hand sculpt, and I've been trained for doing a bunch of stuff, so yeah, this is my full-time job. So I make cosplays for a living for myself and stuff, and my money comes from basically every cosplay that I make. Not this one, but most of them I make patterns for and step-by-step tutorials, and I sell my patterns on my website, and then I do step-by-step tutorials on YouTube to help other people learn to make cosplays themselves. So this is my full-time job, and I also do stuff with sponsors. So yeah, very much enjoy it. And I scratched a part, but I don't see where I did it, so. Definitely getting the shape I want now, though. Yeah! I own my own company, so that's why it says Tiffany Gordon Cosplay LLC. But yeah, check out my website, exclamation point website, or just tiffanyGordonCosplay.com. You can see stuff on there. There's a few of us still that do it full time. At least in the community. So. Okay, and then I just want to add a little bit to that edge. It took a tiny bit too much off. Well, I think it's because I carved it underneath, but still. There's a little lip on this part, so it'll be fixed anyway in a bit. Do I collaborate with other cosplayers? No. I just do everything myself. Especially because of, I'm an Air Force spouse, so It's kind of hard with just like different locations and things. But I've tried in the past doing collaborations and with other cosplayers and stuff, doing group cosplays and things, and it just, there's so much drama, and I just don't like that. I'll get all of my stuff done, but then a lot of people don't want to do it. So yeah, the only person that I'm open for doing stuff with, which I want to, and she knows, Honey Fro, I still want to do something with you. So yeah. The plan is still, if I'm here next year, then I want to do, well, if I'm still living in Nebraska, I still would like to do Planet Comic Con with you, and us do a cosplay or something together. So, yeah. Oh, I do have one other thing that's coming up. I know, it's you! It's you! There's one other thing that's going to be happening soon in the community that I've been helping in the background with. So I'm excited, but I don't believe it's been announced yet. So yeah. But I'm just doing it for fun. Actually, I'll look it up real quick and see. I don't think it's been announced. Nope, hasn't been announced yet. So, not gonna talk about it. But stay tuned. So I'm kind of trying to smooth it out a little bit more. I got the correct shape I want here. And this will end up getting a little bit higher too when I add the gold trim. Okay, and then I need to carve a tiny bit on this side. Oh, in terms of games, so I've been doing a lot of that lately again. There was some, so I think I talked about it last stream. There was like a book organizing one. I finished that one. I got Bookstore Simulator next, which is same topic but different thing. Pretty much finished that. Then I did, there's like a supermarket where all of the produce is all over the ground. You have to organize it. Finished that. A lot of simulators lately. And then Voxile, which is one of my absolute favorite games. It's a broken game, but I love it. They released a whole bunch of new maps that, I guess they were failed maps, but I've been enjoying that. They're like hardcore ones. So I've been in the middle of that, and then I finally have a game to play with a bunch of my guy friends. So we used to do a lot of Sea of Thieves, and I used to play it on Twitch, Sea of Thieves, but back in the day. The new game is Sand, so it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. That's the only reason you'll see me playing it on Discord is because I have to do voice chat on Discord. Otherwise, I never am on Discord when I play games, because it's in a different room. But I'm not playing it like them though. I'm the boat barnacle is what I'm calling myself, because I'm really good at spotting in games, and giving like marks for people to snipe and things, especially for like Daisy. So doing that, and then I'm like the fixer, and I'm supposed to turn into the organizer too, but because I'm still new at the game, I'm trying to figure that part out. So eventually I'll be the organizer, but I'm really good at shooting the cannon, and like pretty much I'm on target every single time. Can't shoot any of the other guns in the game whatsoever. I've never been good at shooting games. Like I'm a melee person, but for some reason the cannon I'm great at. I'm trying really hard not to have the clay go into the carpet. This type of clay never dries out, so if it hits the carpet, it activates with heat. So if you step on it, it reactivates, so it just constantly smears in the carpet more, or it just sticks to your foot. Okay, I lied on carving more of this. I'm getting the shape I want now. Oh, in terms of shows, so Heroes is on Netflix. And I've already watched the first season, but I rewatched all of it. Took a while. But they have all 4 seasons on there, so I can finally watch it. And then, I did finish The Big Bang Theory, all 12 seasons of that. That took forever. Let's see if that's a better angle, maybe. A little bright on this side, but I'll kind of play around with it. But one of the spin-offs for The Big Bang Theory, besides Young Sheldon and then George and Mandy's first marriage and things like that, is they have, I forget what I don't remember what the comic store guy's name was, but it's a spin-off of that. And it's him saving the world, but it's like a sci-fi kind of version. It's really cool. You think I got the wrong show? It only lasted 1 season? It says 4 seasons on Netflix. And it just started the second one. No. Mr. Cliff, I'm gonna have to look that up. Yep, it's Heroes. 4 seasons. Basically an artillery simulator where you're spotting reports to figure out where you are and shoot, then go to the hole loading a shell is powered. Oh, I've seen that one. So that one I wouldn't be interested in. There's 2 of them. There's one that's like a tabletop desk where you move things around. I can't stand that type of games. I can't do card games too, and like, can't do that. But that one is very tracking of stuff, and it's... You're not actually moving and exploring, you're just in a room doing that. And so that doesn't... It doesn't fit, like, fill that itch of doing World War II reenactments anymore. So... Writer's strike happened during season 2 and Heroes kind of fell off, sadly. Yeah, that's what I heard. But I've never had the... For some reason, whatever platform I was watching it on before, it never had the option of the other seasons, so that's why I'm kind of like, I can finally look at it. Okay. Oh well. Am I done with the shape? I think I am. You're home, work week finished, and you're... Oh, I'm sorry you're sick. How's the new house coming? Did you finally get everything unpacked? Is it comfortable living there now? I feel like it looks like I'm choking the mannequin constantly. So with this clay, it's activated with heat, so I'm just kind of smoothing it out just with natural heat from my fingers. And then I'll go in and we'll add texture next. Yeah. Everything's still in boxes, just have a better path to the bathroom and bedrooms. Ah. This is monster clay. I think I have... Yeah, I've got one open container down here. Ugh. Monster clay. Maybe it'd be better in this one. I love it. It's great. So I just have it in a crock pot to heat up. So I can control the temperature, and it's just really easy to work with. And when it cools down, it hardens to a point, but it never truly hardens. You can constantly keep using it over and over again. It's the same clay that I used for my Sarah Kerrigan sculpt. Yep. Yeah, if I had found this clay in my undergrad, I probably would have switched my majors. Because I did end up doing a ceramics class in undergrad. And I liked ceramics a lot. I've always liked sculpting and just making things. But I hated ceramic clay, how it dried out your hands. It was always under your nails. It was gross. I absolutely hated it. So that's why I only did a summer course of it, and the professors kept trying to get me to change my major, and I was just like, no, I hate this. So I ended up doing fibers and then metalsmithing on the side. But if I had had this clay, Obviously, I wouldn't have been making ceramics out of it and porcelain things. I probably would have switched. It's just so relaxing for me. I would much rather do this than 3D sculpt. Okay, we've pretty much got it smoothed out. There's a little bit on the back collar, but yeah. It's like, I think it's past where I'm gonna slice it, so yeah. Love Monster Clay, use those for your internship. Nice. How do you smooth out your Monster Clay sculpting it? Oh, I just use my fingers and sculpt and smooth it. I also, my favorite tools are, these are from Green Staff World, but you can probably get them anywhere. These are rubber tools that just make it so easy to do details. I do a mix of these wire ones for carving. I've got a bunch of these wooden ones, and then ballpoints. And then these are dentistry tools that are like metal picks. And then those are my main ones that I use. So, yeah. But it's been fun. I want to take a sip of Dr. Pepper. Oh, and my print's done. Cool. Cheers, guys. It's toasty. And then there's the sleepy kitty over here. Let's see, will it show her? Sleepy kitty? Yeah. She's been loving how there's tons of boxes everywhere right now because of the sponsorship. And then I finally got a new chair because she destroyed the last one. The other two, I still have one that's pretty destroyed, but that's why if you ever see I have like blankets on my chairs typically, is because she just rips them to shreds. So yeah, Yuki is so sweet, but she's too smart for her own good. Like, oh, where Nami is sweeter than Yuki, but she has no brain cells. So love the wire tools. Your torso is just getting bigger and bigger. Nice. Yeah, I've loved sculpting with all of this. But some of the other stuff I've been using lately is, so this is actually for carving out if you do any sorry, a whole bunch of cat hair just went into the thing. Fur and cat hair don't go well together. But this one, if you make clay stamps, or not clay stamps, rubber stamps, this is for carving out rubber to do ink on top and stamping. I forget what the whole term is. But that's what I've been using here. I have a few of them. But for getting these lines, that's how I got that. I also have these. So these are other kind of tools. They're not sharp enough to cut, but they're super thin. So I have a bunch of other ones. Here's my pile. Let me move this back. All of the tools that I typically have. So yeah, but those are the main ones that I use. I also will use a file, a wood file, if I need to really carve out a shape and make it smooth. So if I build up the blocks with Monster Clay, because it is so hot, I'll wait about, typically the first day, I'll put it all on, I'll get the blocky shapes, and then I'll come back the next day because I want all of that clay to not be hot. I want it to be cool. So this is with Monster Clay only. So then I can carve it. So I'll use the wire ones, which these are the metal ones. They're not like the thin wiry cool ones. And then I'll actually carve it out. If I need it to be perfectly smooth, I'll use the file to kind of rough it out, and you do still get all of the file lines, But then I actually use sandpaper and I'll sand out all the pieces. So if you look at my Sarah Kerrigan cosplay, specifically the breast area, that part is super smooth, and that's because of all of the sanding that I went through it. So yeah, hopefully that helped. Yeah. I have 5 thumbs. Oh, yeah, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Nami's so spoiled in the bathtub. Yuki's actually started getting jealous on that. So I have to do a little bit with her, but she doesn't understand, like, Nami doesn't claw or bite. She just, like, kind of pretends, where Yuki will kind of try to bite you, but it's too much. So, eh. Okay, so this texture I'm going to add here is the same for here, and this is with the nylon strap. So I just cut a piece, and then I'm going to use this and this. And I'm just literally pushing it in, and it'll stay. But it doesn't leave a full mark, so I kind of pat it around. And then because I'm going to be scanning this, I do have to remember that some of this texture, like, I try to make it pretty deep, but if it's not deep enough, leaving an actual mark, when I scan this, it's not going to show up. So I have to be kind of aware of some of that. So a little bit. Stop shaking! I don't know if it shows or not. There we go. Thanks for stopping by, Raven Knight. Have a great rest of your day. Yeah, always adding the texture into the clay is some of my favorite parts. It's what brings it to life. Hit a tiny bit here. I'll still have to go back and kind of fix a few spots that I hit, but the forever fixing things. Thank you, Allie Creek Cosplay, for the 5 roses on TikTok. Short people problems, standing on your tippy toes to do this. Oh, I can complain to y'all about one thing. I won't say who the sponsor is. They aren't sponsoring, or they aren't one of my sponsors. They were going to be. This was like at the beginning of the year. And I was going to be working with them for Lady Devimon, which is already finished. And they were gonna send me some stuff, whatever, all of those things. And then they ghosted me for like, I waited a month. I kept trying to message them like, hey, just following up. They ghosted me and was like, okay, whatever, I'm done. So I just messaged them like, hey, I want to cancel the collab. I don't want to work together. And I left it at that because they never responded. And today, let's see. I think my last message to them was in April saying I want to cancel the collab. Today they messaged me back with a tracking number to the sponsored stuff. And there's like, I'm sorry, we're not working together. It's been months and you haven't responded. And now you just sent a tracking number out of thin air. Like, I've already finished this cosplay. This isn't gonna work anymore. Like, I don't know. So it's just kind of weird. Like, such bad communication with the company. But yeah, that's my my little rant, as much as I can say. But it was just kind of funny waking up to that this morning. Just like, it's been months. Return to center. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it hasn't been shipped yet. They just created a tracking number. So maybe they won't ship it. I don't know. But it's one of those that I'm not gonna do anything. Like, I don't know. So. Spots I gotta get, but we're almost done with the texture. Oh, how's your printer, Honeyfro? Didn't you get, you think you said your friend gave you a Creality printer or something like that? Okay, I think I've got all the texture on that. Yeah, because all of that's going to be filled. Okay, so now what I want to do, so there's a trim on the whole outer part. So I'm going to do that trim first. So it's basically like this kind of trim. So I need to do it on the table and then wait for it to kind of cool down so I can pull it all around. And then we'll add it, and then we'll start doing details. Sorry, I have hiccups. Ah! We'll see if the camera sticks. Because this is the broken tripod. I got a new one. It was absolute garbage. Absolute. Like, the worst tripod ever. And then, my dad was asking me, like, ideas, because he likes to send me tools for my birthday, which I totally appreciate. So I just sent him, like, he got me the chair, the replacement chair, and then the tripod, replacement tripod. So, yeah. Happy about that. Just some small little things. I always get, like, I think my chair, it's either like $75 or $100. I get like the cheapest one just because I know my cats are going to destroy it. You haven't set it up yet. It's still... You're like me! Oh my gosh. This has been in a box and my spouse got tired of it and he put it together for me yesterday. Otherwise, everything lives in boxes for so long and I just never open them. Alright. I'm not gonna change the break. Well, it's so bad. It's so bad. Let me change it. It's like this camera I'm super red in, but I didn't want to change that. Oh, and the whole... So the other thing I was doing during my hiatus from streaming, my PC in here just... It was not working anymore. So I had to do a whole new build. Me meaning not me. So, yeah. But it is so much better. This one is... I think it's this one. Ba-ba-bum. It's like a delay. Oh. Okay, we'll see if that's a little better. Need to clear some space downstairs first, which you'll probably do in the weekend and try it out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting. So the pile of boxes in my living room from X-Tools, I messaged the person that I've been communicating with, and I'm like, I have all the stuff from tracking numbers. Is there still more stuff coming? Because I honestly, like, don't know. And I don't want to do an unboxing, whatever stuff with all of it until I have all of it. So it's just, like, taking up so much space in the living room. Okay. Slowly make my little trim. It's a little uneven, but that's okay. This is monster clay. And the monster clay, it never dries out, but it activates with heat. Oh no, there's a giant cat hair. Okay. Yeah, hopefully on y'all's end the stream has been running better than what it used to, but not 100% sure. Alright, so we've got a piece. It's a few thinned out spots, but I think it'll be okay. So let me pull it up. And then I'll raise this again so y'all can see. Okay. And there's other elements that come on this, so just kind of getting the base part on. And I'm gonna have to make a bit more. Wasn't long enough. Oh, now it's too dark to see. Okay, if I do it on this side. It's a little brighter. So it's harder for me to work on this side. Welcome on, Casper. Yeah, for those that are just tuning in, this is the start of my Sally Whitemane cosplay from World of Warcraft. And the plan is to sculpt everything using monster clay, and then I'll end up 3D scanning it and then printing it in TPU. And that is the plan right now. I'm just doing a little tacks to make sure it sticks. Monster clay in general will stick to itself pretty well, but just because I'll be adding other stuff to it, I want to make sure that it has a little bit of a bond. I wish she was a little bit shorter though, but then I'd be the same height again. I don't know. Okay. And then I need to do another strip this much, and then I'm gonna do a lot longer, and then I'll start adding it because there's some that go into like a little curl like part. So we need to do that part. Okay. That's me. We're gonna move this back down to where it was before. Stay. Maybe. Maybe. Cheers. Thank you for watching. This way. This way. Alright. And I still have another piece, but I think I can still use it. Nope. Okay, we're gonna do peace. Stir the pot, stir the pot. With all the lovely cat hair in it. You bet. Good girl. Very nice. Yeah, this one's the Sally Whitemane Cosplay. I just started it 2 days ago. So I'm working on 4 cosplays at once right now. This one, Sarah Kerrigan. This needs a cool tiny bit. Absolute Wonder Woman, which is almost done. And then there's another one that I haven't announced yet. So, yeah. But it's a little more than I like to do at once, cosplay-wise. I typically only try to do 2 cosplays at once with one kind of side prop project. But it's been like, the Sarah Kerrigan is an ongoing one that's still... I don't know if I will finish it this year, honestly. Because I just kind of am doing it in the background. That one's like a huge learning curve for me that I'm trying to figure out stuff. And then, oh, you gonna move over here? Pretty girl? Oh, never mind. Zoom! So, yeah. And then Absolute Wonder Woman is just about done. There's some weathering I have to do. And then I still have to make the right sleeve attachments, like the tattoo. But yeah. So this one is gonna be another learning one. Hey girl, welcome on. Happy late birthday to you. Welcome on, Quilton? Okay. Just about got this part done. Thank you, appreciate it. Did you do anything special for it? We did, I have like a favorite restaurant in town, but it's a little expensive. But we ended up doing Boiler Room, which is so good. And they're like, they should have a Michelin star, but no, Omaha, Nebraska doesn't like doing that. So they never apply for any of it. But they're like the best restaurant in town. Like, amazing. And so did that. And then we ended up going to Wicked Rabbit, which is a cocktail bar that's kind of like Alice in Wonderland themed. And had a few drinks there. And one of my friends randomly showed up, so that was kind of cool. But typically for my birthday, like, I like to just be alone, and I don't like all of the attention and stuff. So it's like, it gets stressful just because all of the family comes out of every single crook and cranny and then wants to talk to you and do calls, and it's like, I appreciate it, but I don't want to do this. You went to Texas Cosplay Ball in San Antonio? Oh, cool. Were you doing a panel at that one? I know you said you were doing something or whatever. Okay, we need to do... I'm gonna go ahead and just leave this camera here, and I'm gonna do my little spots that I have to fix. So I need like that much for that spot. Gotta cut this one. Okay. And that one will connect to there. Perfect. Okay, and then we have a few swirly swirls. So one, I think I'm going to take it off and kind of measure it with it. The panel is a Colossicon next. Oh, okay. There was a C in the name. I remember that much. Okay, this one. It's going to be like that. I'm going to use my... Where is my conifer one? Ah, there it is. Oh no, this isn't it. This one's the other one. This one is Sally Whitemane. So the image here, doing her collar part right now. Okay, that, and then we need to make it into a pointy point. Hey, you goof, welcome back. A little hard to see it. That looks better. Okay. Now we can put it on the piece. So this is what it looks like so far with that one piece. Yeah, from World of Warcraft. Honeyfur remembered, but way back in the day, which I forgot about too, I ended up doing a one-day build when I was still doing that on Twitch of her hat, which was an absolute failure. So I tossed that in the pattern and everything. It was just kind of funny because it's like, oh yeah, I did attempt this at one point. Okay, there's a tiny little bit. I'm gonna say it's like, actually, can I use this one? No. A nice popcorn bucket hat. Yeah, pretty much. It was terrible though. That should be long enough for it. It was held together by cat hair. don't even know if I put it on YouTube or not. All good. All good. No, it's not a very... I normally like to try to do where there's not a background when I put them up as a reference on stream, but I kind of forgot and did it last minute, and I also forgot to do a thumbnail, so yeah, I gotta make one of those. Gotta go, time to lay down after meds. Aw. Thanks for stopping by, Cliff, and I hope you feel better, and I hope you're able to unpack a little bit. Okay, this one goes... Oh, you need to do a little trimmy trim on this side. We'll try. Oh, good. So that is that piece we just added on the left. And then it's kind of weird because it does like a swirly swirl, but I don't think I'm going to necessarily do that. So we're going to do one more that kind of goes out. So like there. Okay, and then I need to trim this side part. It's not going to be exactly what it was, but I think it'll get the point across at least. Do I want to do one more? I'm going to do one small one too. Day after your birthday, your family took you to Longhorn Steakhouse? Nice. And this one's going to go here. Okay. So those are all of the pieces. Going to sand. Ooh, fun. Did you end up building the rig to your content? now that I have that, I'm gonna kind of smooth it out some. Actually, let me use this one, I think. So this is my rubber tool. Erg. Okay, can I do here? It's not. Oh, now it's changing darker. Grump. Okay, let me make it a little brighter. Ish. A little better. I'm not worrying too much about this section just because there's going to be a diamond there. But I need to kind of still smooth it in. And detach it. Just because the underneath is going to show. Okay. So is anybody working on any new builds? This is where I've just been like binging. So watching the show Heroes was all with binging this. Just put it on in the background and endless sculpt. Still working on the Gold Ranger? Nice. Was that the one you were trying to 3D model stuff for, or were you doing that one out of foam? I know you've been showing a lot of 3D printing stuff, but I wasn't sure. kind of blend this part in. See if I can get it on this side too. Actually, I'm gonna add a tiny bit. Oop. Decided to try to 3D model it. Nice! That's a lot of work. Or well, I guess, is it just the helmet you're trying to do, or are you... I don't remember if those Rangers are like the bodysuit of fabric with just the helmet, or what. I don't remember the full design. Quickly find out that's a completely different process. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the fun thing you'll have to figure out too is for doing the helmet, depending on your printer limitations, if you don't have a large enough printer, you're going to have to slice it into pieces and learn how to connect them underneath. So you're modeling the scepter, you're going to buy a helmet file, the rest is foam. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's, I know Power Rangers, and then Star Wars, and Iron Man. There's tons of files for the helmet pieces. That's looking better. Okay. Still super dark. I just feel like sculpting is such a slow process compared to like working with foam because you can see things a lot faster. So hopefully you'll enjoy these type of streams. Add a tiny bit more. Boop, boop, boop. So anybody got any plans for the weekend? I just plan on hopefully unboxing the X tool boxes. All 50 of them. But I'd like to go out this weekend. Haven't been out with the friends in a long time. A lot of them have been away doing Air Force stuff, so. I keep hitting the camera now. Found a great file on either Gallic Army or Yosh Studios. No, so this whole project is different from Sarah Kerrigan. Aw, thank you, Life's Glitch. I appreciate it. So Sarah Kerrigan, the goal is learning specifically mold making for silicone. But I am doing a similar process where I am sculpting, so I'm only sculpting half of what I want, and then I'm going to 3D scan everything, which is the same process I did with Sarah Kerrigan. Then I'll have a digital file that I can then mirror in my CAD programs. But unlike Sarah Kerrigan, this one, the plan is to learn. I would like to be able to do this because I really enjoy sculpting now, and print in TPU. So TPU is a printing material. It's kind of like a rubber soft bendable material. So the goal is to do that with this. That's the goal. Doing a lot of testing on the printer because it's one of the hardest materials to print, and it's having a lot of flaws. So yeah, but that's the end goal, to hopefully do that with this. Yeah. But it's one of 4 cosplays I'm working on right now. So the Absolute Wonder Woman is just about done, but it's I'm doing stuff, specifically the sleeve, the tattoo sleeve with X Tool. And then Sarah Kerrigan, the print just finished for the 3rd version of the mold, so I'm still trying to figure out the best option for that. And once I finish figuring out that whole process of which mold I want to use and the best process for doing the silicone in it and making sure everything's exactly what I want, then I'll do the full print of the entire body to make that shell. It's a very, very long process. I had clay on the side of my mouth. Sorry. So yeah, but Absolute Wonder Woman is just about done. This one I'm just starting. I don't plan on doing it for BlizzCon. I'm just making it. I don't know if I will cosplay for BlizzCon. I haven't decided yet. But the 4th cosplay, I'm not announcing it yet. But my materials, I ordered a lot of fabric. A lot of fabric. And that's coming in, I think, Saturday or Tuesday. One or the other. So, yeah. But that one, I'll end up doing a guess the cosplay based on the materials. Y'all like doing that, and I like seeing the question, or like the guesses on them. So. But all the builds. But I figured even if this doesn't work out, I'm still having fun sculpting it. So. And I'll have a scan of it in the end too. that one's done. And we'll do the next one going around. I also need to check to see if the inside is actually attached. I'm having a hard time seeing. Short people problems. This part's definitely not attached. Right back here. So I'll need to add a tiny bit. The goal for this stream was to try to do, like, finish the collar, which I'm doing pretty good on. This is one of those type of materials that I'll just zone out on. And I'll just sit here for hours, just mindlessly doing this. Gonna go outside and see if fresh air and sunlight helps your headache. Oh, I'm sorry you have a headache. Hopefully it's not flooding where you are. I heard Texas is having a lot of water right now. Okay, tiny little pinch in here. And feel free if anybody has any questions on not just what I'm working on, but any other cosplay questions, feel free to ask. No. And here's a Yuki. Sleepy kitty. And then Nami is back there. The cute little kitties. Welcome on Paige, how are you? We're working on the collar today. I'm gonna need to go in with my other tool and make these a little more sharp, I think. Doing okay, thanks. It's been a pretty decent day so far, so can't complain too much. Connect this part a little bit more. And then I can stop being on my tippy toes. Oh. Okay, I wanna add that slight little line in, and then we're gonna do the underside, and then we'll add the diamond. And I think that's the last pieces for the collar. But I want to have a little bit more of a line for where these connect, because right now they're not super tight, like crease size, I guess. I don't know how to say that. Bought your Mercy, or your pattern for Mercy Wings in October and used it for your, can't say that word, Mercy Cosplay. Oh yeah, I'm glad it worked out for you. Feel free to tag me in social media or put it on our Discord. I'd love to see it. That's much better. What is my favorite thing to sculpt? I really like doing organic shapes and like more monstery grossness stuff, I guess. I don't know. I just find it more fun, I guess. I don't know. It's something different. But doing fabric pieces is also a bit of a challenge, I'd say. Child, thank you so much. Yeah! Yeah. Oh, Nami came. Let's see. Well, the camera's not showing. Camera. Show. There we go. There we go. Yum yums. It showed on the vertical, but not the horizontal. Yeah. Good girl. Oh, thank you for the lickies. I appreciate it. Good girl. Sweetie. And then Yuki's just passed out over there. Okay. Okay, back to doing the lines. Fun fact is, before I did cosplay streams back in the day when I did gaming streams on Twitch, the second camera, which is still labeled the same, was my cat camera and it's labeled cat cam. And it was only for having a kitty in the background. But now it's actively used for doing this, so. Yeah. Okay, we're just about done with adding this. Definitely looks so much better. A little more sharp. Okay. So there's the difference. Now it's a lot more defined. I'm happy with it. It's a project for a specific event? Nope, just making it. Most of the time I don't make my cosplays for specific events. I just make it to make it. And then if I have like a convention coming up, sometimes I'll bring it for that. But the only one I have coming up is BlizzCon, which I don't plan on taking this to BlizzCon right now. So, even though it would fit for it. But this was already on my list of what I wanted to make. I actually don't know if I'm going to wear a cosplay to BlizzCon, so. Welcome on. I'm doing great, thanks. Hope you're doing well. Just sculpting. We are working on a collar today. Creative outlets are, yeah. Well, this is my full-time job, so I'm always a creative outlet for me. I've never had a normal people job, I guess. Like, I used to be a jewelry designer for a very, very large company. But it was still in the art world. I've never had a non-art job, I guess. Even when I was younger in high school, all of my jobs were like, I did graphic design work for the school clubs and stuff, of making their t-shirt designs and things. BlizzCon, that'll be awesome. Yeah, I'm one of the judges this year for the cosplay contest, so I'm really excited to see all the builds. And like, so I competed in one back in 2023 with it, and I've been trying to help with communicating my thoughts on how to improve the process for that. And so far it seems like a lot of the feedback they've been trying to implement. So I really hope this year for contestants, I don't know for sure on everything, but I really hope that it will be a lot smoother of a process. And yeah. So. I'm always happy when conventions and companies and things, when they do contests, they're actively trying to improve. And I really appreciate that. Okay, that one's good. This one, it was pretty much there, but I didn't go all the way. So it ends slightly. I think I'm gonna have to turn up the brightness again. Oh, it seems fine now. I don't know. So like this point where it comes and connects, it actually doesn't come to the ridge all the way, so I want to kind of make it connect better. Yeah, that's looking nice, looking nice. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a tiny bit on this one, but a lot of it is still gonna be hidden from when we add the diamond. that. So now what I want to do is the underside where it connects, because we just laid it on top, the strip of this diamond triangle, not a diamond. The strip here, I want to make sure the underside is all smooth. So we're gonna do that. Oh no, no, we're fine. I thought I scratched. No, we're good. We're good. Okay, we'll start on our back and then kind of work around. So it's, I don't know how well, but you can see the two parts that connect together. So I still want this under gap, but I don't want this part and this part to have two separate spots. So I'm going to try to connect those. So just kind of smooth them together a little bit. I think it may actually be better if I just add material under it to smooth, because some of the parts don't actually connect correctly. So I'm gonna make a coil first and then we'll add it. So let me get some more clay. Boop, boop, boop. And thanks guys for watching. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you're new, like the video and subscribe to the channel, or follow whichever platform you're on. Small little coil, small little coil. Okay. I also have to remember, because it is going to be scanned, a lot of the under spots won't actually be seen, so I need to make sure that there is a connection piece so it will properly bond and I don't have to fix it later when I have to fuse the bottle together. It does not want to do that spot. Yep, this is clay. It's a monster clay. So it's activated by heat and it doesn't dry out. The forbidden chocolate. Make sure it's sealing still. And I'm using a rubber tool right now to kind of help push and pull it into certain spots. Meeting done. Oh wait, another one in 15. Aww. Hopefully they're not bad meetings. But also think of it this way, it's Friday. So that means tomorrow, hopefully you have a day off. Hopefully. I think it's Friday anyway. 17th? Yes. Okay. Not gonna lie, I've been messing up my days pretty bad. looks like it would be made in leather. How will you go from clay to clothing? So the plan is just like Sarah Kerrigan, which yes, I'm trying to make it look like leather. But the plan is just like Sarah Kerrigan, where I sculpted everything. I'm going to use my 3D scanner, and then from that I'll mirror it, and the plan is to try and print it in TPU. So yeah, and then my paint job will make everything look how it's supposed to be. It's Friday, you have a haircut tomorrow, then you need to see about the Odyssey? I only know that from Assassin's Creed. Is that for something else? Or at least that's where my mind is. I had a lot of people ask me if I was gonna get the Assassin's Creed Black Flag because they know how much I love Assassin's Creed, but I'm just like, I played that whole thing. I still have the original for my Xbox, so. New Christopher Nolan movie based on the story. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have not been to the movies in... Ooh. I don't think I've been to the movies here in Nebraska. So it had to be the last time I was in Texas, so I guess, what, 3-4 years ago? I just cannot sit in a movie theater anymore. I'd rather just get it on if you have like the Amazon and you can watch it at home, or just wait for it to come out. I need some more. Definitely will have a few cleanups I'll have to do with the sculpt underneath. And then, yeah, but I think it's looking good. The connecting of these pieces was very important. Okay, and then this whole gap in here, which is not too bad, but it definitely could be better. Spider-Man next week. You worked at the movies from... Oh yeah, I think you remember, or I remember you saying that. Hopefully, the end goal would be that all of this looks like the actual material when it's all printed and not like 3D printed clay stuff. Hopefully. The, what is it, Trompe l'oeil, I think is the term. snip a little bit of this. Okay, and then I want to get a tiny bit of it out. No, you're so cute, Yuki. We're gonna use the egg scooper. Worked pretty well. Okay, so now that I have that, I need to make sure our edge is all correct and smooth. A little uneven, but I think it's okay. The scale, yeah. No, I want to do, so ideally this is going to be a corset lace-up, and then I'll have some snaps or something at the bottom. And because it's TPU, it should be flexible enough. Definitely got thin right here. Okay, think we're good at that. So before I add the diamond, I want to go back and fix this under part. So we need to add more of our stamp part, and then I need to fix that line because it really got out of place. So let me do that. Oh. So we'll fix our line first. All of this on the back of the costume that nobody's gonna see because she has hair. Tippy toes, tippy toes. feel like my concentration face is bad. I'm gonna like look all grumpy and mean, just like intensify sculpting. Okay, now we'll get this. We'll see what spots I can put it in. Start in the back. This is just a nylon strap that I'm using. Watch Tiffany or Element, BlizzCon 26. Yay! Just Tiffany frowning at some. Oh no! I don't frown. When I look at things, I'm like very much like I focus and then I forget like everything here and I'll just kind of like zone out. Yeah. I've been told that I have a resting bitch face when when I zone out. And I didn't realize that because I just kind of like and lose all like everything and yeah. So sad days. Especially when I'm tired. Okay, we're gonna have to go back and add that line again. I don't think I'm gonna really be able to get in this part. It's a little hard. I think the rest of it I'm gonna have to do just little dots. Nothing wrong with being in the zone. Yeah, I guess. And then my line I squished ever so slightly, so I gotta tiny bit fix. Okay, that. And then we're gonna add a few tiny dots to fix this part because I can't reach in there. It's like not the correct dots though. Can you do it? Kinda. All this texture that probably won't even be picked up. But I'll see it in the clay form and it's gonna drive me absolutely nuts. Okay, the only part we're missing now from the collar is there is a diamond that goes right here. So I need to form that. So back down you go. And I can finally sit. Maybe. We've got cat 1. Cat 1. Yeah. Happy Nugget. And then we have the Happy Bean. Who's you can't even see. Turn down the brightness. Okay, now you can see her. She's so cute. She's so cute. Pretty girl. Yeah. Just a loaf of loafin'. Okay. Can you give me some room? Oh. Hello? Okay. I gotta reconnect it. It decided to poop. Hello? What the heck? I don't know why it decided to poop. There we go. That was annoying. Okay, now that we fix that, we can make this diamond. And I can sit. Kinda. Alrighty. Some lovely soupy clay with cat hair embedded in it. And this is just a basic diamond, so. Diamond. I gotta think that. I started making a triangle again. I got to know my shapes. The cat hair is stuck in it too. No! Go away. Go away. Not the exact shape yet, but we're gonna remove some material. And as it slightly hardens, it'll get easier to kind of form into what I want it. Good girl, num-nums. And I slightly use the grid of my cutting mat to try to make it a little even. Still a little warm. Diamonds are a bit hard to sculpt compared to everything else. Okay, do our shape a little more. No. So sweet. Okay. It's like I know the shape is in here. It's in the clay. I just have to bring it to life. I should be using my sharp tool too, because that would be a lot better. It's just kind of gummy berry right now. It's not nice and pointy like I wanted it. So. I reach out on Discord if we run into a 3D printer? Yeah. I can attempt to help. I haven't used a Creality one, so I don't know offhand all the stuff on it, but they're supposed to be, I think, like the best one out on the market right now. Do you know if yours is an enclosed one or if it's an open one? Okay, we're gonna kind of just leave it at this. It's enclosed. Oh, that's good. Enclosed ones are better. Especially if you have any grandkids or any critters running around. Help keep out the hair and keep it, keep the temperature balanced. Do you have any filament with it already? Oh, there it is. Okay. He's stuck. There we go. Probably could make it a better shape in my hands, but definitely. I already am. That was the problem, is I had it on the table. You did a lopsided though, but okay, let me raise the camera so we can attach it. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. I'm apparently bad at diamonds. Yeah, have you already told the Grand No Touchy that he sent a roll of filament to? Oh, okay, cool. Do you know what type it is? If it's PLA is most likely what I hope you got, because that'll be like the easiest. Oh, I can't change this now. But in terms of strength, I do PT, EG. So this is where this is supposed to be. I definitely made it the wrong shape. Like, it's still a diamond, but it's not this type. Grub, 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 grub. I'm gonna cut it again. PLA, awesome. Okay, I fixed the shape a little bit. It's still not what I wanted, but it's there. Okay, this one then attaches here. have to kind of fix it. I don't know if y'all can even see it. It's just there. Grub, 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 grub. Also, I don't like that it's just kind of floating. I don't know. Okay, let's add a little bit of material behind it so it's not just a floating shell, I guess. I feel like I just added gum behind it. We'll have to go back and add the pattern. Okay, well, I need to like let it harden some and look at it, but I think I'm gonna stop there. I'm at the point where it's not. Oh, my camera decided to be stupid too. Here we go. I'm at the point where I'm kind of just, I'm done with it. I need a break. So I think that's gonna be where I end the stream today. I'm gonna turn off the bot. So let me switch over to this. Wajah, wajah. But yes, thank you guys for watching the stream today. Pretty much finished the collar besides the stupid diamond. Apparently I can't do diamonds. So that's my shape problem. Looks really good so far. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me do. And we'll see. Unleash the sperm. Yeah. But yeah, have a wonderful weekend. Hopefully I'll stream next Friday, but I've been so bad at streaming lately, I'm not gonna guarantee it. So but thank you for the follows, resubs, and everything. Appreciate all of y'all coming and spending a little bit of your time here with me and the kitties that are asleep everywhere. And I'll see you next time. What's up, guys?